Hello everyone, it's Ingrid from thinkingthis.com, and I am a writer, spiritual empowerment professional, tarot reader, Akashic record guide, and medium. And I have discovered that decorative planning keeps me productive and motivated as I parent, homeschool, create content, and maintain my spiritual practice. And this is my flip through for 2024, September through December. If you are curious to see the previous months, please check out my video. I'm gonna link it up there, and you can watch me flip through all of these pages. But for now, we're just going to begin on page 238, which is where we left off. What you saw before was not decorated, and some things are blurred out here because, as I said before, I use this side for journaling and this shorter column for to-do lists. And so August's color was baby blue. And then as we shifted into September's entries, we went into the navy blue for September. And this is where September's trackers are located. Again, I guess I could give a review of what the theme of the planner was. The theme of the planner this year was each month got a rainbow color. And based on how the rainbow went, September had navy. And so I used all of my navy stickers, washi tapes, and stamps to decorate my habit trackers. And my habit trackers, each day gets its own color. So every 12th is yellow, for instance, and every 1st, 9th, 17th, and 25th of the month is going to be magenta. And that is how I can see my trend pay off in a pretty rainbow. I love rainbows. When I see a rainbow appear based on my days of having done the habit, then I know that I've been very consistent and I get to see that beautiful rainbow on whatever habit it is. Obviously these are covered because I don't want to give all my details. Wait for the autobiography if you want all the details. Or maybe join my Patreon. I don't have a Patreon, I'm just joking. So this is my quarterly review. And so every quarter I do a quarterly review based on the HB90 system, and I try to fit it. Well, I don't try to fit it. It just so happened to conveniently fit nicely in a 2-page spread. But I decorate, again, everything, all highlighting, all flowers, all washi is navy blue. And then this was my monthly review. And then even though October's trackers began over here, we're already on the 7th and the 12th and the 13th of October on this page because I just didn't need to use the daily pages until then. I go in with the purple because I already know if it's purple, it's the next month. So that's my way of having a division occur, even though a division wasn't created there. Because, you know, if you decorate in advance, you kind of have to count and estimate how many pages things are going to take. You know, I also had to make another index page here. And so because I'm decorating in advance, I have to count out a certain number of pages, and sometimes there's like a blank one. And it's like, hey, you're not going to waste that sheet. So you're going to write the next month's information there, even though the monthly cover is a couple pages away. So this was October. October was purple. I had to use my skull stuff, this beautiful sticker that I got from my cousin. And that's that. This is my purple October theme. Now the trackers for me don't change. This is my reading tracker and my scribe tracker. It's nice to come back and know what book was I reading. You know, was it an audio book? I'd like to know what it was that I was writing, so I'll write it there. And then there's my little skull friend again. That's it. This is my health tracker again, so a lot of health related activities are tracked here. And this is where I record the statistics for the habits that I tracked. And that really helps me see the reality of how much work I'm putting into something that is on the list. And this was a weekly review page. And we are into November, whose color was brown. And every time I think, I don't know if I have enough stuff for that color, I'm always shocked and always impressed with how beautiful things look. Because I really was not enthusiastic about brown. But apparently, I've got a lot. I've got a lot that I like. So swatching and pulling it together helps save money. Shop my stash. That's the best way to go. Again, health tracker. Now, what's happening here is my health tracker is based on my menstrual cycle. And if it lasts longer than typical, it's going to go all the way to the end of the page. And then later, when it finally does start with day 1, I make my way through the days until the next cycle, which would then start a new series of pages. Anyway, that's that. This is where I get very specific on whatever physical stuff doesn't get tracked, you know, on these other lines. Oh, and this is sleep. These little purple ones down here are naps. This blue was me tracking my thinking this related tasks. I really wanted to time block that. in November. And yeah, I sometimes, when there's a big project where it's hard to see the finish line, this is very helpful to let you know that even though you're not quite finished, you have been putting in time and you're gonna get there. All right, so this was the monthly review for October. Just went right here. And November to-dos began, and I just started using the November brown for the date, even though the top was still purple. And I did my monthly review over here. And even though I did the monthly review November 8th, because it's October's monthly review, I did it in purple. That way I don't get confused about what time period I'm talking about. This is a weekly review that happened over here, and continue to this page. These are some notes and a journal entry. More journaling on this side, and to-dos on this side. And here is December. Just take my hand out of the shot every now and again. And there is December, and December's color is, you guessed it, black. Again, I was not that enthused, but I said, you know what, black, gold, black, silver, you love. And you love black. I just didn't think it would be pretty. But what am I, crazy? I was crazy, because I've got a lot of beautiful black decorative elements, and I was very happy to showcase them. Another health tracker over here. It began in November, but it didn't end until December, and so when it was time to come back, I had just thrown that extra piece of tape that I had from when I was making the December cover page. Like, oh no, it wasn't. It was, I changed. Actually, that's what it was. I changed this top part here. I originally had these moons over here, but then I found these moons, and I was like, oh no, that totally goes with what's happening down here. So I luckily was able to take it off, no problem, and put the one that I felt matched best on top. So then I just took that extra piece and laid it down right there. And this is November's weekly review. I did this weekly review on my YouTube live stream that I do every Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time. Not every Sunday, but practically every Sunday. I have taken time off for the holidays, but I do plan on being back every Sunday starting January. So be sure to subscribe so that you can be notified, and stop by, say hi, and let's plan our weekly pages together. I had to create another index over here just to capture the last pages left in the book. Some to-do lists happened here. And this is December's health tracker. This was a yearly reading that I got from my cousin, Michelle La Mente Maestra. I'm going to put her link in the description if you are interested in getting a yearly forecast reading from a very gifted spiritualist. And so that's it. We've made it here. There's probably going to be a couple daily pages and like a yearly review. But that is what the daily pages and the trackers looked like for September through December. And now, just to show real quick some of the other, this would be the quarterly pages. Started tracking more things in this bottom area here. And this was quarter 3. Added the washi tape that kind of tells you what color it was. I loved this. I'm gonna do this again unless I feel like I have to actually use the space to track more things. But I really love having this little call out, having these things at the top match. And here we have the monthly pages. This was September. This was October. November. December. I had to get a little creative because this is where it was. I don't have a black nail polish sticker. That would have been cool. So I just had to use the red that closely matched whatever color I had painted my nails for that time. And then these dinner ones, I had no black ones, and so I had to, just use the darkest color in the pack, I guess. And so that's that. Here, some future planning for 2025, and I'm playing around with how to fit more things in my monthly spreads. I talked about in my live stream that my current pages for tracking my silence, dreams, and visions page, I feel like that could better be tracked here. And so I'm thinking, given how much this has been used, I can fit each of those little things on a line on the monthly pages. And again, like appointments, if there's a whole ton of appointments, I guess it will be hard. But I also think that if the appointments are not way in the future, I do tend to just write them directly in the weekly pages. And so most of the time, appointments that are written are way into the future if they're written in the monthly pages. More likely, there may be not enough space for events if I want to track other things. So this is what I'm looking at here. This is what I'm thinking of doing. If it's an open book day, it's gonna get this blue circle. And then if there's like a holiday or whatever, that's the line it's gonna go on. And that right there says event of day. So whatever event of the day it is gonna go right on that line next to the number. The lunar phase, the sign it's in, and the time is gonna go in these 9 little boxes here. And then again, silence on this line. Dreams is going to get 2 lines, and visions is going to get 1 line. And that bottom, what is it? That bottom, Lord, I'm losing it. Lost my sense of direction. That bottom left corner there is where I'm going to indicate when I suspect my menstrual cycle should be coming next. And that's January of 25. This is February of 25. I started playing here first because I had the red marker in my hand, and I was just gonna use red here too, just because February of 24 was red. So I was like, okay, let's just use red again. And so this is where I'm, practicing with a small moon and practicing with a big moon. I love the big moon, but I'd rather fit more data. So we're gonna go with the smaller moon. The smaller moon will tell me the same information, and I'll be able to fit other contextual things to the monthly pages. All right, and now we're gonna head right into the weeklies. Right in September weeklies. Well, that's August. Let's go. All right, here we are. This is the last week of August. Then we have September, starting here. And let's briefly plug the live once again. On Sundays, I stream live here on YouTube. And I lay out and time block my upcoming week. And so this is where all these lines get made. I started doing this in October once I hit 50 subscribers and was able to use my phone to go live. And my first few videos are filmed in vertical orientation because there was a constraint regarding going live on your phone in a horizontal orientation. And I still haven't figured out for sure. Like, it's almost like I don't want to believe it because I don't want it to be true. But it looks like you need 1,000 subscribers to be able to go live horizontal on your phone. I don't want to believe it. I'm gonna try to play again and see if I was just doing it wrong, but my first few live streams were vertical for that reason. Anyway, moving on. So I decided to go live with OBS via my laptop, but my laptop is older. My laptop is from 2017, and the the camera is not that great, and the memory is not that great, so the video quality is not that great. So I'm still trying to figure out how best to show up each week in a live fashion, because I definitely know that I'm going to be doing this layout every week, and that is the best way that I can promise consistency is, hey, I'll plan on camera every week because I'm planning anyway. But yeah, poor video quality until I hit 1,000 subscribers, I guess. I don't know. If anybody has Oh my God, I shouldn't say that because then the comments might blow up. But hey, engagement. If you have figured out that issue and I'm just not understanding, please feel free to comment below and let me know. And here is this week, right here. December, black, again. Each weekly would be having its decorative touches based on the theme color of the month. This is the last week of December. Because we're going to be out of this book, I just went black on this December 30th through the 5th, even though in theory, given how many days are in the new month, I probably would have decorated as if it were January. But, you know, I was there, you know, I didn't know what color January was going to be, so I just went in with the same as before. We'll end out the year in a fancy black and gold. And that is the flip through of my common planner, my imperfect, undated common planner. And what is my final word? Obviously, I enjoyed it enough that I got a common planner for 2025. So please stay tuned, subscribe, and hit like so that you can be notified when that video drops. But yeah, doing it again. Excited to not have the bulk of these stickers because they are very low profile, but when you put it all together in a book, you know, you're gonna get some fluff up here. And it's not so bad because when I realized what had happened, I started putting a lot more stickers at the bottom. So that's why I made sure to try and get on that dated situation when the 2025 planners released. So I'm very excited to be getting into that. And I hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful holiday. Happy everything. Peace.